let's just pick on a topic, right? Abortion. Break it down to the science, right? From what I understand, the science shows that these babies that are being disposed of because they're unwanted and parents aren't responsible enough to handle it, whatever the case, right? Like, the science says that these babies can feel the murder that's taking place. They can feel the clipping, that the pain is registered, that it, you know, it's sad that in this nation, you know, there's a fine for, you know, stealing the egg of an endangered species. The egg. Not a full-grown creature, but just the egg. You have laws that protect that. But then when it comes to human egg, it ain't viewed as the same. Because we're not an endangered species. Plenty of us. We should be killing off some of us. So,
exactly.
That's the viewpoint,
exactly
right?
how serious they take animal cruelty in this world.
Bro, it's nuts.
Kill the baby, save the animals.
And so, you know, for anybody who doesn't even have that viewpoint, you don't believe in God, whatever the case, your viewpoint on abortion, look at the science. Right? The creature in the egg can feel what's going on, and you would be providing a slaughterhouse for this to take place. That's just that issue.
They just need to look at it like a baby born today. That baby just came out today. Just a couple minutes ago, it was still in the mother's stomach.
And
at that moment, you're still saying, "We'll get rid of it.
We'll kill it." Yeah. Yep. And it's
the only difference is at that moment is it's not in the stomach anymore. Now it's in this earth.
And
exactly.
And they don't look at that little basic form of it. You know what I mean?
Right. It was living in the pouch, still alive.
So when you have one side, the Harris side, in support of that, we have to be like, okay, we're not for that. We're going to vote Trump. But then you dig into Trump, and he's approving the abortion pill.
Women have access to abortion pills. They're used in about 2/3 of all abortions. As president, would you block abortion medication?
First of all, the Supreme Court just approved the abortion pill, and I agree with their decision to have done that, and I will not block it. Like Ronald Reagan, I believe in the exceptions. I am a person that believes. And frankly, I think it's important to believe in the exceptions. Some people, you have to follow your heart. Some people don't believe in that. But I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother. I think it's very important. Some people don't.
Basically, I'm all for it because if somebody gets raped, they have the decision to make if they want to keep the baby or not, or incest. Listen, at the end of the day, life is life.
It's not the baby's fault.
It's not the baby's fault. And we are not to murder. That's considered murder at the end of the day. So now you have to take a stance for a believer. And my whole spiel coming here is going to be towards the believer and like more on the Trump side, because a lot of them don't see the deception and they're caught up in this idolatry, you know? But for a believer, when you take a look at that, doesn't that stir you up a little bit? Like, this man is, all right, he took it from here to only certain situations where you could get an abortion. That should still make you burn inside a little bit.
That's the difficulty of living in a land, right? That everyone has this perspective of life, and you have to be able to uphold rights for them. And that's the trouble that we face with. Like, you're taking a dump on somebody's beliefs, you know, and putting it and then basically putting it on saying because we got our laws and government from this God. And that's why a lot of people say, well, if that God said that I can't do this, then I don't believe in that God. And and then being a leader with those beliefs over people who don't have those beliefs and saying, man, I have to be fair for them too. I have to provide rights for them too. They also, you know, have a right to speak and live but to say, you know what, here's the law and the governing for the land as kind of like a father figure. This is best for you, whether you think so or not. You know what I mean? You might not understand the science to this thing, but it's better if we do not have these slaughterhouses in the land. You know? And again, that's just to the non-believer, like, yo, this is the position we take with that. You know, but taking it from the spiritual perspective, spilling blood in the land has a lot of spiritual implications as to the kinds of things that have free reign after that. When you grant a particular activity to have license in the land, then murder begins to thrive. the spirits of murder start whispering in more ears in the land, and then it goes beyond the slaughterhouse. Then it happens in your house, and you're wondering, how is it that my loving family member all of a sudden became murderous? Because now you're inviting spiritual forces whispering in the minds of the people. Or you could just say they're just thoughts that stemmed from what they saw on social media, the freedom to kill, you know, and being able to do that here. And it's like, who's to say, right? Just like anything else. The Vikings of the past, their religion was murder. And what if that was the law of the land today? It'd be all good. Then let's just go out and kill each other, and it's legal. Don't cry about it. Don't say nothing about it. You know, but and then think about where we are, where our belief system stems from. You know what I mean? Where Jesus said, love your enemies. Have room for mercy and grace. And it's like, I think that's a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Than having slaughterhouses in the land.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's difficult to be able to.
But that's why, going full circle, we say, stay out of it. Christians, we are not of this world anyway. You know what I'm saying? We should have our mind on the things above, man. Storing treasures on the things above. We should not be throwing our hats into this fight that's going on with a bunch of people who don't act Christian.
Absolutely.
Even the Christians on the Republican side don't be acting Christian when it comes to so many things, bro. Like, so again, what are we talking about? Because I don't think anybody who's truly a Christian can vote Democrat, bro. They're killing babies, bro. Period. They're pushing the gay agenda. Period.
Like,
I choose not to vote.
For me, when it comes to certain things, right? And now, mind you, this is not me saying I'm in agreement with anything. Just put everything on the table. Let's look at it, analyze it, and make it what it is, right? Choice. God gave us free will to be able to choose how we live in this world, right? So having the ability to choose whether you're going to kill a baby or not, that's something you've been given regardless. But when you vote the way for Democrats to have power, you provide the nation with clinics who will actually murder babies. Like, that's not cool at all. So even if you take the stance of, well, you know what, I believe people have free will and they have the choice to choose whether they're going to do this or do that, whatever. But if you push the button that way, you give the approval to open up shop. To have these murder houses.
Bro.
You know, so that's one thing to consider.